What's up, everybody? Talking all things outdoor lighting, sales, all the good stuff, guys. So excited because we got Light It Up Expo happening in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Been planning this thing for 11 months now, and I'm excited because the end is here, and I'm so fired up because we've got an amazing speaker lineup. We've got the vendor showroom floor sold out, all the manufacturers, distributors, industry service providers, anyone that you potentially might need to help you grow your business, from recruiting, AI specialists, marketing companies, like it's all there. Our speaker lineup is amazing. Today I'm joined with Andrea with Go for No, the co-author of Go for No, who's going to be one of our keynote speakers. I can't remember what day. Hopefully you remember what day, if it's Thursday or Friday, but thanks for joining me, Andrea.
Yes, Ryan, don't worry. We will show up on the right day. We're super excited for this event, though. It just looks amazing.
Man, the energy last year was just phenomenal. Like, people showed up. You could just like sense their desire to learn and to get their business to the next level. So I'm pretty much expecting that plus or times two, because we're literally like double the size this year.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, when you put on a show like this, you don't know what you don't know. And so you're like reserving hotel space and you're committing to hotel rooms that you have no idea if people are going to buy. And you're paying speakers and you're doing all this stuff. And like, trust me, like a few months ago, there was this feeling of like, crap, like, should I have done this? Like,
Right.
is this going to work? Like, did I just make like a $200,000 risk? And yes, I did make a $200,000 risk, but like, it feels really, really good because we have so much excitement from our vendors, from our speakers, from our industry providers, and now our ticket sales. We've already passed our goal. We're so close to selling out. So it's like I want to tell people that, because it's like I don't want people like next week going, oh yeah, I was going to come, but it's sold out. Like, yeah, you had your chance, like everybody else.
Right. Events are so great in person because, like, I think back, I look back at some of the events that Richard and I went kind of earlier in our business. I mean, we still love to go to marketing events and things like that. I mean, there's always stuff to learn, especially now with the way technology is changing. But like, some of the most crucial things happened to us. I remember one event we went to, we met a guy who called us a couple days later. We gave him a copy of Go for No, called us a couple days later, and he was like, hey, are you guys like, do you want some feedback about your book? Are you coachable? And I said, well, yeah, I would love some feedback. And he goes, okay, a couple things. He goes, first of all, he said, he goes, I've read all the sales books out there. He goes, this is one of the best sales books I've ever read in my life. And we were like, oh my gosh. And then he said, but also you guys have the worst cover in the history of publishing. and
That's
and
awesome.
we were like, really? And we had struggled with sales. Like, we had struggled. The book had been out for like 4 years. At one point we did like this huge mailing to 500 VP of sales, and we got one order. I mean, it was just a massive failure, talking about putting up money. Right. And so he's like, if you change the cover, he goes, I'll buy, I don't even know what it was. It was like 3,000, 5,000 copies. This guy, he's like, I'll just buy 5,000 copies. And we were like, yes, we'll change the cover. So my point of telling that story is, you never know like what minded, ready to learn one thing. And that one thing changed the entire course of our business, because when we changed the cover, the books just started selling more and selling more. And eventually, and so that's like the kind of stuff that can happen.
That's so cool, dude. I love that. And you didn't go to that conference to be like, I wonder if we could find someone to help us increase our sales in our books by potentially recommending a cover change.
No, it was the most random thing in the world. It was a speaking book marketing like summit type of thing, but yeah, it was. And the funny thing was, like, we had given out a couple copies and we had one copy left, and I had overheard that this guy was in sales. So I was like, well, we'll just give him a copy, and I don't know. You never know.
That's crazy. The last copy.
That's the last copy. Yeah. It was, and we're still so good friends with that guy to this day. And so just having those relationships with people who do what you do and who get what you do, I mean, it's pretty priceless, actually.
There's lots of different ways to get value out of really any event. And I feel like I want to like talk about that for a second, like how to best get the best result out of Light It Up Expo, because there's going to be people every event or every program or everything I've ever sold. There's people that are like super fans, like, holy cow, like you changed my life. Like they're like so like eternally grateful. And then there's other people that are like, hey, I didn't really like that speaker. And like they complain and stuff like that. So like, just know this, we've got this thing heavily, heavily choreographed from sales, marketing, recruiting, vendors, breakouts. Like there's so many different angles. There's no way we can impress and please every attendee 100% of the time. Like there's going to be something where you're like, that sucked, or that person's boring, or I don't like that book cover. There's going to be something, right? Don't focus on the negative. Just find what you're looking for. Like come in with intention, but then be open. Because, you know, it's like if I want to like help with my profitability or help with my hiring or whatever it is, come in with that intention, but be open and make sure you guys are taking advantage of these opportunities. If you see Andrea and you're like, oh, she's kind of a big deal, I don't want to bother her, like go bother her. Like go up and talk to her, because this is your chance. Like this is why she's here. She's here to serve. And so make sure you're getting outside your comfort zone. Don't go hide in your room. Don't go do the fake phone call thing. I see a lot of people doing that. Like be there, be present, and get uncomfortable. Introduce yourself to 5 new people every day. Go do the thing that you know you should do, but you're afraid to. If you do that, we're still probably going to have a speaker that you don't like. There's probably going to be a session that we could have done better. We probably forgot to give you your badge, or something is going to go wrong. But like, there's so much value and opportunity. It's just the people who get the most success are the ones that are vulnerable and putting themselves out there.
I love that. And you know, it reminds me of this framework that I tell people sometimes, related to Go for No, but I mean, you can relate it to anything, any stage of business, is kind of an HOW model, like how. So first, being honest. And this is like, when you come to an event like this, you just have to be honest about where you are in your business, and don't feel like you have to show up and like pretend like everything's amazing or whatever. Like you just show up and ready to learn. And the O is open-mindedness. So it's just, as you said, Ryan, you just got to be open-minded, just sit back and they're so like, the people that I see that fail are the people that sit back, they fold their arms and they go, I know that, you know, but it's like, you may know that, you may be aware of it, but are you doing it? And so the W in this model is like willingness. So it's be honest, be open-minded, be willing to listen, try things. And as you said, I love what you said about, you know, don't hide in your room, introduce yourself. You will meet somebody who has a business where, and you can ask them like, what's your market like? What's working for you? What's not working for you? And that stuff is just, it really is priceless.
Yeah, I love it. Well, we do have to, I mean, we don't have to, but I want to talk about Go for No. I want to talk about your presentation that you're going to do. I don't want you to get the whole thing because, you know, people are coming to see you guys. But before I do got to make this announcement, because this is insane, guys. We're technically, we technically sold out of tickets. Like my goal was to get 200 people there. We passed that. So we're like calling the hotel. We've like called them like 3 or 4 times. Like, can we add more seats over here? Can we do this? And we're like, luckily they're awesome. They're working with us. So we do have some more tickets, but not a lot. Okay. We opened up some more space and got some more tables and stuff like that, but it's crazy. So it is selling out very soon. The landscape lighting class, the pre-show class, is full. We still have room in our outdoor audio class, our permanent lighting class, and our holiday lighting. The holiday lighting is advanced holiday lighting. So it's not like how to plug in a light bulb. It's really how to scale your business beyond a couple $100,000 a season. So we have room in some of these other classes, but they are first come, first serve. There's no extra charge for these, and they're filling up. So I just want to like get that announcement out there. And then Go for No. You know what? I realized I didn't know this, that I don't actually speak as clearly as I thought. I guess I'm kind of a mumbler, because when I speak into voice to text, okay, I'm like, help me come up with, here's me like into Chat GPT or something. I'm like, help me come up with a good intro for Andrea, the co-author of Go for No. And it said, or I'll be like, what are some top 3 things I should mention about Go for No? And
Yeah.
I realized it thinks I'm saying gopher, like an actual
Oh.
animal, like gopher no. And I'm like, does anyone else have this problem? Like, is there a book called Gopher and then comma no? I thought, is that like an extermination book? Get rid of gophers. Gopher no. So you guys might want to buy that domain. I'm not sure if that's still available, but you guys
That
should
is
write a
so
book.
funny.
It's called Gopher no, and it's how to get rid of gophers in 30 days or less, or your money back.
Well, yeah, and so that's hysterical. And my ChatGPT doesn't have that problem, right? Because it's so fully trained on Go for No.
No,
But the funny thing about that is I have a graphic that I don't even remember. I got it designed years ago, and it is a little cute brown gopher with he's like this little cartoon, and he's got this coffee cup that says "I love Go for No." Because I kind of like for a while we were like, do we have a gopher as our mascot? I don't know. Just
you need to now. I mean,
yeah.
ChatGPT thinks I'm looking for like gopher extermination, like gopher no, gopher no, gopher no, no gopher.
No gophers. Yes. So for the people watching this, it is definitely nothing to do with gopher. So Go for No is a catchphrase. It's our book title. I often say it's like a philosophy combined with a concept, combined with a strategy. And it really is about reframing how you think about failure, how you think about rejection, and most importantly, how you are asking your prospects and your clients for business. So, and it's having the courage to make those asks. So whether you're just standing there and you're presenting a quote and it's kind of like, are we good? Are we not? What are we thinking here? Or asking for that referral, or calling a customer up who was happy a month later and just saying, hey, I wanted to check, see how everything's going, see how you like the setup, and also, is there anybody in your neighborhood you can think of that maybe I should reach out to? So, and those are because when you get those people that are spending the money and doing the great projects, you want to know who else they know, because they're friends with people who also want that same stuff. So that's what Go for No, basically is. So our speech will be focused on sharing this reframe with people. So what we want is the audience to walk out going like, oh my gosh, there's all these ways that I can take what Rich and Andrea just talked about and apply it to my business. So we don't know lighting, like we're not specialists in it whatsoever, but we know mindset. So if you hear these concepts, there's no doubt in my mind that you can take this back to your business and you can start applying it and looking for those Go for No moments that you have now that you're not executing well on. And you could double your business. I mean, honestly, if you apply it in the right situations, you just can.
I'm so excited because I don't have to learn how to exterminate gophers for number one. But Go for No it's just such an awesome book. I mean, I seriously love it. I don't know, maybe, yeah. I've got a surprise for people that show up, right? But everyone should read this book. And the nice thing is, like, there's some books out there that are like really good books, but they're just hard to get through. They're just like either like you have to be smarter than I am to read them, or like they're just long and like they're hard to get through. This is not that book. This book is like entertaining. It's a quick read. You get it. You instantly go, man, like these are some areas that I can improve on, right? And it's cool because everyone wants a yes. We're all selling so that people say yes. And it's like, how do we get them to say yes? How do we get them to say yes? And there's lots of sales trainings on how to get them to say yes. But this is totally the opposite of like actually go for no. And that's what is your phrase? It's yes is the destination.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
No is how to get there. Like it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's counterintuitive, right? I mean, you think that to go for yes, you got to force the yes, and no, it's so we'll it's a fun. It's always fun to speak and kind of dig into it. And we could do an 8-hour training on this if we wanted to dig deep, but we're going to give everybody what they need, the most important kind of concepts and frameworks to walk away with.
Well, I appreciate you. I am really looking forward to hearing you and Richard. And thanks for coming to Light It Up and hanging out with us. And I believe you guys are going to even hang around a little bit after for people that, you know, like I want my book signed. I'm like, okay, how do I get my book signed? So,
yes.
But I think it's fun. I mean, the venue that we have is awesome. It's intimate. It allows people to have access to each other. Yeah, it's just going to be awesome. So, like I said, thanks for really being willing to come and serve the lighting community. We've talked a little bit about some of the things that we teach on how to close deals, and you guys already have the answers on like, oh yeah, cool, we can tie that in here and we can tie that in there. So it's definitely a customized presentation for the outdoor lighting industry, even though you guys are not outdoor lighting experts. So really looking forward to it.
Yeah. And sometimes I think it's good that, you know, you have somebody from the outside who's bringing in like a perspective that has nothing to do with the industry, but it's a perspective that is a absolute must in any business where you sell. Like you cannot, you don't want to sell without this mindset.
Well, one of the reasons I wanted you guys to come speak was because, again, I read your book. I'm a fan and I love it. And, but also like when I look for speakers is I try to find speakers that I'm confident in, that if the only thing that happened was someone came to Orlando and they just saw your presentation, that would they get a return on their investment? And with your presentation, it's a no-brainer. I mean, if they just saw it, no, they're not going to get ROI. But if they like listen and implement just one thing, it's a no-brainer. I mean, you've got so many tools and examples of ways that they can go for no. That's why I'm excited. I'm like, cool. Like, okay, all they got to do is show up to Rich and Andrea's presentation, and I'm good. No one's going to want to be like, I don't know, I didn't feel like it was worth it. Just show up to their presentation and you're going to make a really good return on your investment.
Well, thanks, Ryan. We are looking forward to it.
All right, guys, if you have not got your ticket, this is, I don't know if it's your final warning. I don't know like when it's going to actually sell out, because we already are over our original number. We're over 200 and we've opened up a little bit more space, but get your tickets. If you guys are on the fence, people, you know, it's kind of weird because people are going to be mad like the last week. There's just not going to be tickets. Like I told you I was going to sign up. I'm like, well, just don't talk about it anymore and do it. So if you guys want to be in that room, go to lightitupexpo.com, get your ticket, and we'll see you guys in Orlando. It's coming up in just a few weeks. Looking forward to hanging out with you and in Orlando. Thanks, Andrea.
Yeah. Thanks, Ryan.
All right. See you guys. Oh, hey, and if people want to get a hold of you, they want to get a hold of Go for No, where's the best place to get a copy of the book?
Oh, they could grab the book on Amazon, and they can come to our website, check it out, take the Go for No quotient quiz to prepare them. And whether you're coming or not coming, come take the quiz at goforno.com. That's a good way to kind of start the process.
Love it. Okay. Well, thanks a ton, Andrea. We'll see you in Orlando in a few weeks.
Yeah.